Hello everyone. Welcome back to Jikook Diaries. What really happened when Jimin was seen spending time with Jin, while Jungkook and Taehyung suddenly became the center of attention for another reason. One seemingly ordinary moment has sparked a wave of discussion among BTS fans, especially Jikook supporters who are taking a closer look at every little detail. Was it simply another casual interaction between the members? Or was there something about the timing and reactions that made fans stop and wonder? Before we get into everything, make sure you stay until the end, because the most interesting part may not be the moment everyone noticed first. Sometimes, it is the small reaction afterward that makes fans replay a clip and start asking questions. Jimin being with Jin is completely normal. The BTS members have spent years building strong friendships with one another, so seeing Jimin alongside Jin is hardly surprising. Jin and Jimin have shared countless funny, warm, and memorable moments over the years. However, while fans were watching Jimin and Jin, attention quickly shifted toward Jungkook and Taehyung. Suddenly, fans were comparing interactions, expressions, timing, and reactions, trying to understand why those moments seemed to stand out. This is where the conversation became interesting. BTS fans often pay attention not only to what the members say, but also to their body language, facial expressions, where they look, and how naturally they respond to one another. With BTS, even the smallest interaction can become a major talking point because the members have such a long history together. A glance lasting only a second can lead to thousands of comments, especially when Jimin and Jungkook are somehow involved in the same sequence of events. Jimin was enjoying a familiar moment with Jin, while Jungkook and Taehyung appeared to have their own interaction. Almost immediately, fans began wondering whether there was more context behind what they were seeing. But one important thing needs to be remembered. Fans can observe public moments, but we cannot know exactly what a member is thinking unless they explain it themselves. So, any interpretation should remain an interpretation rather than being presented as confirmed fact. Still, that does not stop fans from discussing the possibilities. Jimin and Jungkook have a long history of naturally attracting attention whenever they interact. Whether they are laughing together, exchanging a quick glance, standing close to each other, or simply reacting to the same situation, fans often notice their chemistry immediately. That does not mean every interaction has a hidden meaning. Sometimes two close friends are simply comfortable around each other, and sometimes a reaction is completely spontaneous. But curiosity is exactly what happened here. Once fans connected Jimin's appearance with Jin to Jungkook and Taehyung's moment, the discussion started spreading. Some fans focused on the sequence of events. Others focused on Jungkook's expression, while some paid closer attention to Taehyung. And naturally, Jikook fans went back to search for anything involving Jimin and Jungkook. This is something that happens frequently within the BTS fandom. A short clip can be watched hundreds or even thousands of times, and every replay can reveal another tiny detail that viewers missed the first time. One person notices a smile, another notices where someone is looking, someone else notices who reacted first. Before long, a few seconds of footage become an entire conversation. But there is another side to this story. BTS has always had a complicated and beautiful group dynamic. Their relationships are not limited to one specific pairing. Jimin can share a playful moment with Jin, Jungkook can joke around with Taehyung, Taehyung can interact warmly with Jimin, and Jimin and Jungkook can have their own memorable moments. All of these relationships can exist at the same time. So, seeing Jimin with Jin does not automatically mean anything about his relationship with Jungkook. Likewise, seeing Jungkook with Taehyung does not necessarily mean there is a hidden story involving Jimin. However, for fans who follow Jikook closely, the contrast is what makes the situation interesting. Jimin is with Jin, Jungkook is with Taehyung, and fans are still watching closely for the smallest indication of how Jungkook may be reacting to everything happening around him. Was Jungkook actually paying attention to Jimin? Or was the timing simply a coincidence? Was Taehyung reacting to something completely unrelated? Or did fans connect several separate moments because they already know how close the members are? These questions cannot be answered with certainty from a short public clip, and that uncertainty is exactly what keeps the conversation going. Another reason this moment attracted so much attention is the difference between what happens in front of cameras and what happens privately. Fans only see selected moments. We do not see every conversation, joke, glance, or interaction happening behind the scenes. That means a few seconds of footage can never tell the entire story. However, those moments can still show us something about the atmosphere between the members. If they look relaxed, comfortable, and playful, it reflects the closeness they have developed over many years. And when Jimin and Jungkook happen to be connected to the same sequence of events, fans naturally become more attentive. For Jikook supporters, this is especially familiar. Fans do not always need a dramatic moment. Sometimes the smallest gesture gets people talking. A quick look, a smile, a change in expression, or the way one member reacts when another enters the scene can be enough to make fans replay the footage. And that brings us back to Jungkook. What exactly was he doing? Was he simply enjoying his own moment with Taehyung? Was he reacting to something happening nearby? Or did fans notice a reaction that made them think he was paying attention to Jimin? Without direct confirmation, nobody can say for certain. The same applies to Taehyung. He has his own unique relationship with both Jimin and Jungkook, and the three members have shared countless funny and emotional moments throughout their BTS journey. So, seeing Taehyung involved in a moment with Jungkook should not automatically be interpreted as evidence of something dramatic. Maybe Jungkook and Taehyung were simply having fun. Maybe Jimin and Jin were simply spending time together. Maybe all four members were enjoying another ordinary BTS moment. And yet, that ordinary moment became extraordinary to fans because of how closely people follow the members. Fandom conversations can move incredibly fast. One fan notices something and posts about it. Another fan offers a different perspective. Someone shares a clip, another person watches it in slow motion, and suddenly a few seconds of footage become a huge discussion online. That does not mean every theory is true. It simply shows how invested fans are in BTS and their interactions. At Jikook Diaries, the goal is not to tell you what definitely happened behind the scenes, because nobody outside the members can know that. Instead, we look at the public moments, explore why fans reacted to them, and consider different interpretations while remembering the difference between observation and speculation. And honestly, that may be the most fascinating part of this entire situation. Jimin being with Jin was completely normal. Jungkook being with Taehyung was also completely normal. But because these moments happened around the same period, fans naturally started putting the pieces together. Was there actually a connection? Or did fans simply notice two separate moments and create a bigger story around them? That is the question many people are asking. Perhaps the answer is much simpler than the theories. BTS has always had a unique group dynamic. Their friendships overlap, their personalities complement each other, and their interactions can change from one moment to another. Jimin can be affectionate and playful with Jin. Jungkook can be comfortable and mischievous with Taehyung. And at another moment, Jimin and Jungkook can share the kind of interaction that makes fans smile. None of these moments have to cancel each other out. In fact, that is part of what makes BTS's relationship so interesting. For Jikook fans, however, the curiosity remains. When Jimin and Jungkook are involved in the same story, even indirectly, fans naturally want to know what happened. Was Jungkook really paying attention? Did Taehyung notice something? Was Jimin completely unaware of the reaction around him? Or was everything simply a coincidence? We may never know unless one of the members addresses it themselves, and maybe that is okay. Sometimes a moment does not need a definitive explanation to become memorable. What matters is that fans witnessed another glimpse of the natural bond between the BTS members, and that glimpse was enough to create a huge conversation. So, what do you think? Do you think Jungkook and Taehyung's moment was completely unrelated to Jimin and Jin? Or did you notice something in Jungkook's reaction that made you stop and replay the clip? And most importantly, did you catch the tiny detail that Jikook fans are talking about? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, but remember to keep the conversation respectful. We can enjoy theories, analyze public moments, and share our favorite interactions without presenting speculation as confirmed fact. If you enjoyed this Jikook update, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Jikook Diaries, And turn on notifications so you don't miss the next BTS and Jikook story. Because with BTS, sometimes the biggest conversations begin with the smallest moments. And this time, it started with Jimin and Jin. But somehow, everyone ended up watching Jungkook and Taehyung. Thanks for watching Jikook Diaries. Until the next video, take care, stay positive, and keep supporting BTS with love and respect.